Hi everyone, this is Ida with Created to Create. I have a project share and I can't give you a really good angle because it's kind of tall, but I have been playing with, let me see if I can move it back. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. Um, I had picked up some ornaments a while back from the thrift store and they had an angel on them. And I thought I had one up here, but I guess not. They had an angel on them and I wanted to alter them, and I did pick them up quite a long time ago. Um, and I hadn't had a chance to play with them, but I had been playing with thinking something in my mind, just kind of messing around. And you know how the Lord gives us ideas and stuff like that. So I was thinking about that. And, usually when I go to bed and I'm talking to the Lord or whatever, I'm thinking about different things. And a lot of times that's when I get, the best ideas, to be quite honest. And but I had already bought these ornaments a while back and I wanted to alter them. But then I was thinking, that I wanted to make a display case for it. And then I recall that I had a large poster size sheet of acetate that somebody had brought to me because they wanted me to alter a big poster size picture for a memorial. And it ended up not working because the frames that they have for posters are like in 4 pieces, and they're not strong enough for you to add flowers and alter them like that for a viewing or a funeral. Um, and so it ended up not working for me, but I was left with the sheet. I ended up going to the thrift store and buying a wooden frame for the lady. But I did end up with that large piece of acetate, and this is what I created. I remembered that I had it, and I thought, well, I can make the display box out of acetate because I wanted you to be able to see it all the way around. But I wanted to add feet to the bottom, so I knew I wanted to add chipboard to the bottom and a lid on top that was made out of chipboard. So this is what the idea that I came up with, and I think it came out real pretty. I'm just going to kind of tilt you up a little bit. There are the feet right there, and as you go up, as I move you up, there's the ornament, and then I'm just going to keep just tilting you up. Hopefully my phone won't fall off the rack. And then there is the top of the box. There you go. But it ended up really nice. I really love the way it came out, and hope I don't make you too dizzy, guys. I really love the way it came out, and like I said, all I used was that large sheet of acetate, and how I got the measurements that I wanted was I measured the width of the ornament, and then of course I times that by 4 because I was going to make a box, so I needed 4 sides, and then I added a little half an extra inch, half an inch extra, so I could adhere it, the sides together. And my piece where it adheres is right here in the front, and you can actually see the tape when you do that. You can see the double-sided tape, but I put it to the front because I knew I wanted to add something to this side of the box. And what I added was this beautiful applique piece with the flowers on it, and that kind of covered up the seam where I glued the 2 sides together to form it into a cube or a box. And I did adhere to the acetate with some the Beacon 3-in-1 glue. Anything that I use that I can find, I will link in the description box. That way you know what I used. If something isn't there, it's because I couldn't find it. But these feet came from Amazon, and I think you get like a set of 10 or something like that. And then this came from overseas. So this, you're not going to find it locally unless you happen to have some in your stash. And I did add some gold flowers to it right here. And then my friend Sonia had gifted me a box of goodies, and she had sent one of these boas in the box. It was actually attached to the box, and I cut just little bits and pieces and stuck them in here. And then like I said, the bottom piece is made out of chipboard, and then this is the is it sweet Christmas from Stamperia paper. And and I'm very happy with the results, to be quite honest. So after I had made the base of the actual acetate piece, then I made the bottom of the box, and I made it an eighth of an inch bigger. That way the acetate would fit right in it, and I wouldn't have, it wouldn't be, sometimes when something's too snug, it'll buckle, and I didn't want it to bulge or anything, so I gave it an eighth of an inch extra on the base for the box, and I think it came out really nice. I'm actually going to turn it around, and you can see the ornament. No matter what angle you have it in, you'll be able to see the ornament on display. If you choose not to hang it on your Christmas tree, it's beautiful in the front and in the back. Here's the other side to it. I'm very happy with the results. And these ornaments were actually brand new, still in the box when I bought them at the thrift store. And I think it was a total of 6 for like $2 or something like that. And I think it came out beautiful. I'm going to take it out of the box, that way I can show it to you a little bit more closely. And what I did was I actually made a hole on the top of the lid, right in the center, to add the knob that I have up here. I think this is a Tim Holtz knob, if I'm not mistaken. I'll link that again in the description box. But I made a little hook, and on the bottom I made a little hook. Then I let it run up just a little bit, about 1/2 inch, and then I coiled it a couple of times and bent it so that I could just slip it into the screw, because the knob on top does have the screw that goes to it, and you screw it in. So I made the hook into a little coil that I could slip it right over the bolt, and then put it on the lid and tighten it up, and the screw is holding on to that hook. So I think this is a great way to display anything. It doesn't have to be Christmas. It can be anything, just an ornament, just because it can be anything. But I chose to do Christmas. Now I'm gonna take the lid off, and when I pull the lid off, the ornament comes with it, because the ornament is attached to it's not attached to the lid. Let me see if I can show you the hook. Here's the hook right here, and it is, like I said, I coiled it so I could thread it through the little bolt, or the little screw that went into the knob on top, and then I can just remove this. And I did finish the lid inside and out, so there's the inside of the lid. Let me give you a close-up of the hopefully the screw. There it is right there. The little, let me tilt it so you can see the hook. There, let me see if it'll focus. But there's the little hook, and again, I just screwed the top and the bottom together. Here's the top right here, this little kind of pineapple looking knob. And then I can just put that back on there. But look at the beautiful ornament. Look at how pretty they are. Look at how pretty it is. I'm trying to look at the screen and see what you're seeing, because this is a different angle for me. But look at the beautiful ornament. And like I said, they didn't have anything on them. It was just the ornament with the cherub already on there. And they do have like a glaze on them. I don't know if it's a polyurethane or a resin or something, but it does have like a thick coating on it. And these pieces right here I made with a clay mold and air dry clay, and all the sparkle that you see on there is from some glitter. I'll share with you what that looks like. Some glitter that my friend Sonia had gifted me, and she gave it to me in the like a crystal color of white, and in the gold. Here is the gold one that she sent me, and it's a very fine glitter. I love it. So I added it here to the sides of on the clay after I had painted it. And I did use it. It's called Extreme Sheen Paint, gold paint, and that's what I used on here. I will link it as well. So I painted it first, and then before the paint dried, I sprinkled the glitter on there. That way it would adhere to the paint. And here is the bottom crystal, And this idea came from Miss Kim Houston. She entered the ornament swap, and she made an ornament and had a crystal, a chandelier crystal hanging from it that was 125 years old, I believe. This one is not 125 years old. I've had these a while, and I've actually have made ornaments and put images on them before, but it had been a long time ago, and I forgot about it. You know, out of sight, out of mind. When you stop, if you don't use it, you lose it. But when I saw her ornament, it reminded me that I still had some of these. So that's why I added the Christmas. This was on that paper. It's so pretty. And the only thing I wish that these split rings were gold and they're silver. And I did try to use my marker on there, but I don't like the way they look. I have an eye pin right here, an eye hook right there. And then right here, I just added, oh, sorry guys. Right here, I just added, this is a ribbon that my friend Sonia had, she had wrapped something in this beautiful, it's like a cream and gold glittered ribbon. And I made it into a double bow. And then I added some more of those little feathers from the boa. And then a little pearlized button right here. And then this was just a scrap piece of lace I had in my bag and just tied it into, I just tied it into a knot really and put it on there. And then here's the back. This is an organza flower I picked up from Hobby Lobby with the little bling in it. And then here's little more pieces of that boa. And here's that little piece of trim lace that I added there. But it ended up real pretty. I absolutely love, love, love the way it came out. But like I said, all these ideas, you know, I think that, you know, we can think that we're the ones who come up with the ideas, but really it's the Lord that plants those ideas in our heads. And especially when something comes out like this and it was so easy to put together, you know, it really didn't take, guys, I'm going to be quite honest, I probably worked on this like 5 or 6 hours this morning. And I'm an early riser, so by 11 o'clock this morning, I had it done. And I know that those ideas come from the Lord. I really do believe that they come from the Lord. He's the one who gives us our gifts of creating, you know, any talent that we have. It does come from the Lord. So for me, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the talent that I have for creating does come from the Lord. It doesn't come from me. It's not anything that I did or anything like that. It's just a gift from the Lord. But, you know, when he gives us a talent, I believe we should use it. But, I really love the way this came out. I hope that you guys like it and I hope that you try it. Although I did find like an acrylic box that would work really, really well for this. See, because if you were to ship this, you would have to pack it very carefully, make sure that it doesn't get crushed. And the acrylic ones will be able to stand up to a little bit more wear and tear. And I will link those in the description box because after I created this, I did go on Amazon and look for some acrylic ones. And I did find some that will work. And they would, of course, be more sturdy because they're made of that plastic. You know, that hard plastic. But I'm very happy with the results. Let me just tilt you on up and down so you can see it a little bit better. One last look before there is the bottom. And look at that, guys. Look at that. Is that pretty or what? I am very happy with the results. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy this project and I hope that this inspires you to try something like this because like I said, it was very easy to make because I didn't have to, the ornament was already made. All I had to do was add a little bit more to it and then create the display case for it. And if you get the acrylic one, well, that's even less work because it already comes made. You just have to add the bottom to it and the top to it. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone has a great day and God bless. Bye, y'all.